Welcome to Zed-Shed. Zed-Shed is scheduling software specifically designed to produce a team schedule for a online meeting operations team schedule where you have different members that need to be assigned to different roles on different dates. Zed-Shed uses AI techniques to do this because it's actually quite a fiddly, time-consuming problem. Zed-Shed will take into account the availability of the members of the team and then try and assign them evenly across different dates and across the different roles that the members are trained for. It's free to use and there are no adverts. You just require a Gmail address and authorization from myself. Zed-Shed is secure. We can see that the site is encrypted because of the padlock here, padlock symbol, and also it uses Google authentication for sign-in. So we'll go through an example. My browser is already signed into Google, so it will take us straight to Zed-Shed. We'll delete this test data and start from scratch to generate a schedule. So we can set the meeting days here. We put our team member names in here. So we'll go with John, Paul, George, Ringo, and we want to use the maximum actually 9, so let's have Snap, Crackle and Pop, and 2 more, so we'll have Eric and Ernie. And then we put in our team roles. Different teams will have different roles, but on our team we have a main host. We have somebody to handle audience participation, and we have a waiting room attendant. We then fill in this table to say who is assigned to what roles have they been trained for. So again, we'll just make up some test data to show the kinds of things that we can put in. Different team members will have different training, or they might be available or unavailable on different dates or days of the week, as it were. And we can save that information because we only want to be entering that once. We don't have to enter all this every time we want to generate a schedule. So when we sign out, sign in again, there's our team definition, and that will stay the same most of the time. So now we can generate a schedule. We need to pick a date for our 4-week schedule, so we'll pick just a date next week. And this is now the boring bit. We have to enter in the availability of our team members on those particular dates. And this is the bit where you need to know in advance now of people's holidays when they're away or otherwise unavailable, and you also need to know what items they might have on those meetings because that affects their availability as well. So let's make up some test data. This is just some holidays. And then we'll put in some items that our team members may have on those dates. And so really we don't want them to have items and have to work behind the scenes as well, unless we can really help it. We can't really help it. Just to show you some of the error checking that goes on, imagine that on this date lots of our team members had items and it's given us an error. Why? Because there's only 2 people available and yet we need to fill 3 roles. So we would have a word with our team members, find somebody who's willing to handle an item and work behind the scenes on that date as well. So when we put all that in and we've got no errors, we can generate a schedule. This can take up to 30 seconds, which may seem like a long time, but we're trying to solve a difficult scheduling problem here. Just to think about the worst case, and there you go, 9 seconds, not terrible. Just the worst case estimate here is huge. It's 79 sextillion, and it's worth just thinking about that for a moment. 9 to the power of 24, 79 sextillion. How long would that take if we didn't use AI techniques? If we just blindly had to try and test every single one of those? Well, if we had a very, very fast computer that could test 1 trillion of those combinations every second, it would take that many seconds. And in minutes, or in hours, or in days, or in years, that's how long it would take without AI to blindly check all of the 79 sextillion combinations. It would take 2,500 years. But we're using AI. It might take up to 30 seconds, but it's taken 9. If we don't like this schedule, we can generate another, or we can select it, copy it, paste it into Excel or an email or a WhatsApp group, and send it to our team members. So manual scheduling can get very fiddly and time consuming if you have a large team with lots of different roles to think about. Zed-Shed has saved me some time. It can be used by anybody with a Gmail address. If you'd like access, contact me for authorization. So thanks for watching and happy scheduling.